4 off the block on Vinny Lips, and we are now joined by Hawai'i opposite Stijn van Tilburg as his team prepares for the NCAA tournament as they will be taking on Penn State in the play-in match on Tuesday. And Stein, have to ask you, it was some dramatic moments on Sunday when the field was announced. You guys were an at-large bid. What was your reaction when you saw that you guys were in the bracket?
It was awesome. We got to hurry down the plane while we're halfway between Hawaii and California, and the pilot announced it, and half of the people on the plane were asleep, and it was super awesome when the pilot announced it on the plane. That's something you play for all year, and to have a chance to play for the national championship, that is huge.
All right, so I got to ask then, because I'm sure that there were some nerves as you were waiting for the news to come on. What were you doing on that flight? Were you watching a movie? What movie? Were you studying, reading a book? What were you trying to do? Were you trying to take your mind off it?
No, I was actually just waking up from a sleep, because we always leave from the first flight out of California. So it's always kind of an early morning, so I managed to sleep on the first half of the flight. So I woke up, and a couple minutes after we got to hear the good news.
Awesome. Well, looking at the match a little bit coming on up, you guys play a good Penn State team. I know that you got a week to prepare for them. So what are you doing in practice this week? What are some of the things that you guys are working on?
We're trying to focus on ourselves in this first week of practice. Really trying to improve on the things that we learned in the loss against BYU, or in the loss against Long Beach. And trying to fix the things that we think we can improve on. And then towards the end of the week and towards next week, we'll focus more on Penn State. Personally, I don't really know a lot of Penn State. I know that they won in 2015 against the Hawaii team, so they're definitely a good team.
Right. Now, Stein, I want to ask you, earlier this week it was announced that you're the recipient of the Brian Ivy Award for the best opposite in the nation. What's your thoughts on winning that award?
I mean, that is a huge honor to be named the best opposite in the league. I felt really flattered, especially because the competition I had, Ben Patch and I think Johnson of Ohio State, they're both great players, and coming into the league, I really looked up to athletes like Ben Patch. So that was really an honor to be named to the Brian Ivy Award.
Yeah. Now, I do want to ask for you in particular, it seems like you've elevated your game this year compared to your freshman year, even though you're putting up great numbers then. But what do you feel has been the biggest improvement in your game from last year to now?
Well, at the end of last year, we talked a lot about being consistent, going out on a night-to-night basis, and posting consistent numbers over the whole season. Because last year I was kind of up and down. Sometimes I had a great game, and sometimes I was playing very poorly. So this year I really tried to be more consistent, really playing the system that we're playing right now, block defense. Every night I go out, I really try to lock in defensively and try to be consistent in my hitting on a night-to-night basis.
And, Stein, I want to ask, you get the sense watching you guys, seeing you on the court, that this is a pretty close-knit team. Is that a pretty accurate assessment, and how does it compare to other teams that you've played on?
This team is definitely one of the closest teams that I've played on. Everyone considers each other as a brother. We never have any arguments on the court or in the locker room, and everybody is basically best friends. Even outside of the court, in class, we even went to Big Island with a bunch of guys together. So everybody is really close to each other.
Yeah. Now, I do want to ask about one of your teammates. Hendrik Mole went down, obviously, in the MPSF tournament finals. And I know you're not going to comment one way or another if he'll be able to play in the NCAA tournament. But just ask, what does Hendrik mean to your team?
I mean, he's a lot. He means a lot to us. He's one of our 4 seniors. He's a leader on the court. He's one of the guys that faced a lot of adversity in his playing career. He's someone that everybody looks up to because he became a middle just a year ago, and now he's one of the best middles in the nation. He's also one of the leaders in the strength room he's an absolute beast, and he's one of our closest friends. So he doesn't only mean a lot to us on the court, but also off the court, where he's a great person and always there for you, always good for a good joke. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah. And one final question for you, Stein, before we let you go. Looking at this NCAA tournament, what's the one thing that the Rainbow Warriors are going to have to do successfully in order for you guys to win the national championship?
Definitely bring out the energy, bring out the Hawaiian pride every time we step on the court. Know that we play for something bigger than just our team and just ourselves. Definitely, we're trying to play for the entire state of Hawaii and try to bring a championship home.